Hi guys, this is Harmonizing Beauty here and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube video ever and I'm really excited to get into YouTube just because I love YouTube. At least I watch YouTube like every day. The reason I started YouTube was because I just really wanted to let my stuff be out there and I just really wanted to get into makeup and music, show people like how I do my makeup. I hope to help like people or give inspiration to people. I'm someone who is self-taught. I did not take any makeup classes ever in my life. I kind of just picked up makeup one day and just kind of started doing it. I kind of feel like I'll get really into YouTube. So if you guys like this video and you guys like my content, you guys can subscribe. So let's get into this makeup tutorial. So guys, when I start off my makeup, I usually started off with doing my brows. So for brows today, I'm going to use the Revlon Brow Fantasy by Colorstay. I don't fill in my eyebrows too much, so I just use a simple brow product that gets the job done. Start off in the middle of the brow, and I'm just going to light strokes. Once I'm done with my brows, what I like to do is move on to the eyes. And for an eye primer, what I like to use is my concealer. What you want to do after you're done placing that concealer down on your eyelid is to grab a flat, I just like to grab a flat shader brush and just pack on a white color around my eye. What I'm going to use to set my concealer on my eye is grab my Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. And I'm going to grab the shade 13. It's this shade right here. You always want to set a cream with a powder. Wherever you put concealer, that's where you want to set it. So for this look, I'm going to go for something super natural, warm tones, browns. And basically I'm going to just grab like a light brown color to put in my crease area. So right here. And buff it all around so it can give us a nice shadow to let all our other shadows that we're going to place down blend in easier. I'm going to grab my transition color from my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette eyeshadow. So I'm going to use circular motions and just place this in my crease. As you can see, this color is almost just like my skin tone. So guys, my camera died, so I'm just going to continue on my phone. I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to grab that transition color. I'm going to try moving closer so you guys can see me. And then we're going to deepen up that crease. I forgot to say, this is my Urban Decay. This is like the brush that came in the Smoky palette. It has two sides, you know. It's pretty cute. But this is from the Naked 2 palette. I don't have the best brushes in the world, but I use what I got. And if you're patient, you'll get the results you want. So from my BH Cosmetics, beautiful, and I'm going to grab these two colors. You'll just see I'm just like kind of going back and forth. I'm just gonna put this not all over the crease like I did with the transition shade, but I'm just gonna place it a little lower so it's gonna be on the crease. Just gonna place that to give our eyes some dimension. What I'm going to do is buff it out with the first brush that we used for our transition color, circular motions, until that color is like diffused. Doesn't look so harsh. To define it more, what I'm going to do is grab a really dark brown. Oh, it's like super fluffy. It's not like it works like around. I'm going to grab in my BH Cosmetics is this brown right here. So you can see it's almost like a cool tone brown. And then I'm just gonna lightly put that only in the outer corner of the eye. You always gotta check both eyes, see if they're consistent. Same brush that we basically used for the whole thing. And buff it out. Circular motions, guys. So for our lid, we're gonna go in with the matte shadow. It's called Combust. It's that one right there. I'm gonna pack that on the lid. After we've placed that matte shadow down, I'm going to grab High and Dirty Sweet. And those are the two shimmer shades at the end. I'm just tapping because if you swipe, you won't get the same effect, I feel like. This is what the eyes look like right now. Something simple, nothing too crazy. After you're done with your shadow, what you want to do is eyeliner. So I am going to grab my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper. I do like to use this. Sometimes I do get a good wing with it. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I like to use my Revlon Color Stay liquid liner. It looks like this. I really love this just to make the wing part, because it's just like a little paintbrush, like a little brush. Look at that little brush. I only like to use that to make my wing. For your wing, I want you to grab your eyeliner or whatever liner you use and kind of just see where you want your wing to go. And you can always clean it up after. Since I haven't done my foundation, I'll clean it up with a makeup wipe. But if you have done your foundation, just grab a little bit of concealer and then clean it up. So I'm going to do a little line. What you want to do, go to the middle of this line that you've created. Just pull it in, you know. I like this tattoo liner, but like sometimes it just like, it cracks on me sometimes. Like it'll be nice for like a couple hours and then sometimes it'll just crack, which sucks. After you're done with your eyeliner, after you've cleaned it up and you've done everything to fix it, what you want to do next is start on your mascara. The mascara I'll be using today is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. With mascara, guys, what you want to do is make a little coat, like a light layer, to like start it off. And then when you want to get it volumizing, wiggle it so you can grab it. So every like bristle on this brush can grab the hair and can elongate it. Then you get to move on to foundation. A little Pro Glow and Pro Matte. Little combination, little drugstore. Yeah, these shades are not my shades. I use both of these combined to make my shade. Just gonna grab a little bit. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of foundation. Any foundation that you like to use works. Okay, just because I use these doesn't mean you have to use them. What I'm going to do is put this, I have a beauty blender right here and it's damp. So basically what you want to do with a beauty blender is run it underwater and squeeze it until it gets really big like this, because it'll give you the best finish and it'll soak up the excess foundation that you don't need. So I'm going to use my beauty blender and pick up my foundation and then start putting it all. I always start from the bottom up. I like to build my way up. You don't want to swipe. If you swipe, you're literally going to take off your foundation. What you want to do is bounce it into the skin. So I'm bouncing. You also want to get your ears, guys. Don't just put foundation all up here and then neglect your ears, because your ears are your skin. Then you want to grab it and put it down the neck. So once you're done with your foundation, what you want to do is your concealer. I'm going to use this and a little bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy, because this is a little bit way too light for me. So I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium 2 Ginger and the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. So what I'm going to do is make like a mini triangle, like a mini one. So that's it. I don't use any more than that, just because like you don't need any more than that. So using the pointy side of my beauty blender, I'm gonna buff out that Tarte Shape Tape. I only put a little bit of this just to like bring it to like this a color that I can use for a concealer. At the end of your like concealer, you're gonna grab that foundation side again, like the butt side of the beauty blender, and just kind of like blend it all in, so it doesn't look like you literally have like a pound of concealer. And then that Tarte Shape Tape. I know a lot of people always say Shart. The reason you want to do this with your concealer is so you can highlight points of your face. So after you're done with your concealer and all that, you want to grab your translucent powder, the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Like wherever you use creams, which is basically everywhere because of foundation, unless you're using a powder foundation, then grab a powder and set it down, because you don't want it to crease, you don't want it to move everywhere, you don't want it to break apart. So if you set it, it'll sink the foundation into your skin. And with the excess, I'm just gonna wipe it away. After I'm done setting my whole face with like any powder, sometimes I use a foundation powder. So what you want to do after you're done your foundation, you want to go in with a bronzer. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I'm just going to grab my Bare Minerals Flawless Face Brush. I'm going to go from the end of my ear, like the tops of my ears, down. Something that you don't want to do when you're doing your bronzer is put it too low, because then you're going to make your face look really like droopy. Grab that Hoola by Benefit. Just gonna grab a layer all over my brush. And you don't only want to do it on your cheeks, you also want to do it on your forehead. And then bring it down the neck. After you've bronzed up your face, what you want to do is do the highlight. I'm going to use my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. So when you put on highlighter, you want to put at the tops of your cheeks, so just above the bronzer. Just look at the tops of my cheeks, and you don't want to do it straight. You want to do it angled with your face so it looks natural. So you put at the tops of your cheekbones to give you like that natural light. When obviously when the light hits it, it's going to give you like that nice glow. After you're done with the highlight, you want to move on to blush. So for blush today, I'm going to grab my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Carolina. And then I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush like this. This does have shimmer in it, which I don't like, but what I do is I dunk that thing. And then what I do is tap it, and basically all the shimmer falls off. And you're going to place this apples of the cheeks, and what you want to do is brush it with, like, you need to like blend it in with your highlight and your bronzer. So it gives you like that nice flush. And if you do think you put too much, then you want to use your beauty blender and diffuse it. For the lips, we are going to go with Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Ashton. Like after, because I like to wear these for a long time, like I feel like it'll dry and then my mouth will feel like all disgusting. Most important step to make it last all day, setting spray. Setting spray puts down all your powders. So like how powder puts down a liquid, like your foundation, you have to put powder on top of it to set it. You have to put like, not like water. I mean, you can put water. I mean, water puts down powder too, but like a setting spray to lock in, like to let the powders kind of like sink into the skin. I was about to finish filming, and then I totally realized I forgot to do my bottom lash line. To grab a flat brush like this, so it's flat, it'll get right under the lash line. And what you want to do for this part is basically do what you did in the eyes. So you want to grab that transition color, put that under the lash line. But then, and those two colors that we used after, I'm going to put those on closer to the lower lashes and only till the center. Then you want to grab that dark brown and put it closest to the lower lashes. This is the Marc Jacobs. Honestly guys, this isn't even that good thing, but this is the only one I have. But the one I do love is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil. Guys, when I tell you this is the best, this is the best. So you just want to put this on the waterline, guys. But yeah, this is the finished look. This is it. So this is it for this makeup look, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys can do it at home. I hope you guys like my content. I hope you guys got to know a little bit about me, and enjoy my video. If you guys want to see more videos from me, just comment down below what you want to see next. And I'm excited for this YouTube journey to start, and I really hope it goes somewhere. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye!